Righto, Merv Hughes. Well, that's it from Great Barrier Reef Stadium for test number 2 in this series. Comprehensive bounce back from the Aussies. Not really a surprise with such a star-studded lineup that they would bounce back with such vigour.
Well, the surprise for me was what happened in Darwin. You just think how experienced this lineup is. You've got now 4 bowls with over 300 wickets playing together, and a cricketing minnowing country makes 400 against you. So that's a big question for me. But after that, ramifications are Australia had to bounce back and hit back hard, and they've certainly done that. First innings, it was Starc that got the boys off to a good start. Wicket in his first over, he had 3 wickets in 3 overs. Yeah. And then from there, it was all Australia. And what we saw in the second innings was clinical with a contribution from everyone. So Lino sort of jumped in with 3 wickets and got 2 wickets in a hurry after tea to close the game out. But yeah, as you say, just clinical. It was a fantastic effort.
Mitch Starc again. I mean, goodness gracious me. How often is it with him and the new ball in hand, the Aussies just rip through top orders, and it's happened again?
Yeah, the conditions didn't suit him, there's no doubt about that, and there's going to be questions asked about this wicket. It was a good cricket wicket. There was some good bowling and there was some lacklustre batting throughout. All you had to do was get through that new ball and you could do some damage with the bat, but unfortunately no one got through that, and that's got to be attributed to a combination of, yes, the wicket, some really good bowling, and to be honest, there wasn't great batting.
There was some good signs for the Australians in this test match, particularly with the bat from Cam Green across the 2 test matches, really. His ability to stand up in some tricky conditions. That's actually becoming a bit of a trend for him. You think back to the West Indies and when he had a real impact in New Zealand a few years ago.
Yeah, the thing that probably haunts me about Green is that he's been shifted around the order a lot, so he's gone anywhere from 3 to 7. I reckon he's found the mark here at 5 while Labuschagne and Smith are in the side, but I'd probably like to see him move up to that 4 and bat 4. And he's the future of the Australian cricket team, isn't he? He's the only one under 30 in the squad, and he was really good in the second innings in Darwin, and in this first innings here, he showed that if you put your head down and you batted to the conditions and you picked the ball on its merits, you could make runs. And I think most batsmen, what they were doing, they were more worried about what they thought the ball was going to do than what the ball was actually doing.
You've been a selector in the past, haven't you? So it's not foreign to you to have to put together a squad, Merv. Now, there's been some talk around the lineup, particularly with the batting side of things. Changes potentially going into South Africa. How do you see the lineup looking?
Oh, it's an interesting one, isn't it? What we've got is we've got an Australian lineup that's going okay, and there's questions being asked about it, but we haven't had any Shield cricket. Now, I don't know how closely you followed that Australian A tour, but I haven't heard any indication that anyone from that tour deserves to be in the Australian side. And look who we've got here. We've got the AB medalist.
Right in the middle here, Travis.
You've taken your medal off. What's going on?
It's in my bag still. I haven't got to get home yet.
He's got too many to carry around his neck.
We finally had a good week, so might break it out again.
Well, the big thing from us, from Darwin to here, you would expect an experienced team like Australia to bounce back. You hit back hard. What was said in between the games?
Not a lot. I thought Pat spoke pretty well about how well Bangladesh played and just outplayed us. So we haven't been great upstarters over the last couple of years in the first test of the summer, but what we've been able to do over the last few years is be able to bring it back, and that's exactly what he said. Not much need to be said. I heard Kez say the same thing midweek about making sure we turn up, and we're able to do that.
It's interesting you say that, Trav, because it did seem like there was quite a calmness on day one. You know, there was a lot of chat in between. It just did not seem to faze you guys at all.
Well, you're used to the chat once you've been around. When you've been involved and this team's been involved together for a long period of time. Yeah. And yeah, we certainly have gone through some ups and downs. And like I said, we haven't been great starters in first tests over 2 or 3 years. So we have copped some criticism after a first test over the last few years. So we should be used to going through that and working through that. But yeah, again, that rubs off from Ronnie and Pat about the calmness and the detail and the planning. And we didn't change anything during the week. We just rocked up and we knew what we needed to do, and we're able to do that.
Well, wind the clock back almost 12 months, the first test against England in Perth. At lunch on the second day, you guys were under that much pressure and copping pump from the media. Yep. You end up winning that game, you get away from it. And that's, I think, what everyone expected to see in Darwin was just to fight back, and particularly in that second innings. And while we did, we just didn't quite get enough runs to put Bangladesh under pressure.
Yeah, they outplayed us last week, and I think again, I spoke a bit about it going into the first test around they're a good cricket team, and expectation out, like weighing up different series against different opposition. I think certain media outlets or certain people probably just thought it was going to be a bit of a walkover, and it certainly wasn't going to be that, and we knew it wasn't that, and we got put under pressure from day one, and we weren't able to gain that back. In past series and past games, we have been able to draw that, and we spoke about that in Darwin, about through that test, thinking that we could still really win that game, but we just left ourselves too much work to do, and we couldn't draw it back like we had done in the past. So yeah, nice to, I guess, play really well this week.
Mate, the schedule is hectic. I mean, it keeps coming at you. Yeah, and you've got to find time just to reset and grab a week here if you can. Talk us through. You've got Harare coming up over in Zimbabwe, into for some one days, and then the Test series in South Africa. What does the preparation look like going in between?
Yeah, and we got all our media commitments over the next 2 weeks, so we do all that content and jam that all in before we go. But I think Harare is going to be really important for us. One, I wouldn't mind. I like to get another look at Zim. They knocked us off in the T20 World Cup, so nice to get a look at them and have a series against them. So, but also we're looking forward in the 12 months. We play World Cup in South Africa, so I think we got 6 ODIs before the first test. I think one, it gives that white ball group a really good head start into what that looks like in 12 months, and two, for the guys like myself playing all 3 formats, I think those 6 hits give me a good run into what's going to be a massive Test series.
I'll tell you what, I didn't really want to bring that up, but our producer over here, Ewan, will shoot me if I don't. Port just got up over Essendon by a kick.
Well, they should have.
And you've cost Merv his multi.
And a couple of days paid probably with the 2 days, so it's been a good week.
Gamble responsibly, yes.
That's right.
I had Essendon in my multi. I had Carlton, I had the Bulldogs, and I'll just lay down my
Last week's never worked, Merv. Last week, you just go for that little, again, responsibly.
That cash-out option.
A little bit of value at the end always costs you.
That cash-out option should have been taken. Trav, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks, boys.
Good
Mate,
luck over the
superstar.
next 12
Well
months. It's going to be hectic, but we'll see you soon.
Look forward to it.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Good on you,
Cheers.
mate.
Thanks, boys.
Thank
Good
you.
on you, mate. Well, there you have it, Merv. Cool, calm, collected Travis Head as always. Look, he's playing quite nicely, but he didn't quite get the runs he would have liked.
No,
but he looked pretty good at the crease while he was doing it. He would be flat that he get a big one.
I said in Darwin, and I think a little bit here too, it's almost the lack of pace that kills him, because he's in position. In that first inning, he got a ball that sort of skid through and came back on him, so it cramped him up a bit. He was looking to cut it, and he just chopped it onto the stump. So 3 times chop on. Geez, he does it a little bit, and that to me says he's just in position a little bit early and threw his shot. So, mate, he's had a great year. Alan bought a medalist, and for him to join us, well, what a hoop!
It's an absolute treat. He's such a relaxed character. Now, Merv, what does it look like? A couple of extra days off here that you weren't expecting. I know that you had something planned for day 5, a bit of a fishing trip, expecting a short one. Talk us through the next few days.
Well, my wife, she listens to Triple M, and I just want to say, Susie, I'm sorry I can't get an earlier flight. All the planes are booked, so I'm going to have to stay here till probably mid-December, and in that time, hope to get a fish in. No, on a serious note, got some lines in the water,
okay.
So to speak, but fingers crossed up here. It's a little bit blowy, it's a little bit windy. I'd like that wind to calm down a little bit, but there's river options and lake options, so go up to the impoundments and chase some barramundi, but we'll see how we go.
Oh, very good. Well, that's it here from Great Barrier Reef Stadium. It's been a ripping test match for the Australians.
Outstanding.
We're a few days
Great
early,
venue.
but that's okay. What a venue it's been.
Great venue. It reminds me of the old Wacker, and I said that to you earlier. So you played over there when the Lily Marsh stand was built. Before that, very similar to the old Wacker here, and the pitch or the wicket was absolutely sensational. So don't go blaming the curator for bad batting.
No, well, it's been a ripping bounce back by the Aussies.
Yes.
We're looking forward to some white ball cricket coming up next with Triple M cricket against England. Fire up for that. We'll see you then.